Iron Talk is brought to you by Case IH.
The world of farming is changing. From the power and versatility of Steiger and Magnum tractors to the legendary reliability of axial flow combines, Case IH can help you be ready. To learn more, visit caseih.com/be ready.
One of the great things about wintertime is we start thinking about what equipment we need to buy for next year to make things go more smoothly on our farms. One of those things that's very popular this year is upgrading your planter. We'll talk about what you need to have on your planter in this week's Iron Talk. No matter what color planter you're getting, the important thing is the job that planter is going to do. So you want to make sure you're picking a planter that's going to drop the seed very accurately for you so you get great placement out in the field and avoid doubles, triples, and skips. Now, some of the equipment that you want to put on your planter that's very important to you is best done right when you're buying that planter rather than trying to retrofit things later on. Now, sometimes you can buy good aftermarket equipment, but other times things just aren't set up right and it never seems to work the way you want. Here's a couple of things that we will always want to have for our planters. You need to be able to put some liquid in the furrow. Whether you're talking about fertilizer or you're talking about insecticide, this is a very important option for you to have. Think about it this way. Look at single trait rootworm resistant hybrids right now. We're seeing some resistance in certain parts of the country with rootworms that are still destroying those roots. Why not have a little bit of liquid insecticide that you can put on very easily and very inexpensively? If you're set up to do it, that could be a big benefit for your farm. Liquid fertilizer, we all know we're big fans of putting some liquid in the furrow. We've seen a good jump on our corn in the spring, and we've also seen drier corn at harvest time. That's one option I don't think you want to be without. The other thing we really like, in fields like this hilly field I'm standing in here, there's a lot of point rows in there. We've got some terraces on our farm as well, and having auto shutoffs is great, where you're coming up to the end and you can have rows start to shut off so you don't overlap your planting. When we overlap in our cornfields, we see some barren stalks and we know it hurts yield and it wastes seed. So that's one big feature that we like to have on our planter. The other thing I feel is very important is having great row cleaners. Now, depending on what type of tillage you're in, if you're in reduced tillage or no-till, this is one of the most important things you can do the whole year is get your residue pushed out of the way so you've got a nice black strip above where your seed is going in the ground for a couple of reasons. One, it's going to warm up a little quicker, which in the northern part of our country is very important. But two, if you leave that residue laying across the row, when you're trying to get through, you can't cut it efficiently, you end up with hairpinning of residue, and the other thing you end up with is you end up with uneven planting depth as your gauge wheels bounce over that trash. So set your planter up correctly, and you'll have great luck next year. That's all for today's Iron Talk, and now back to the show.